What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now today we have a POV playtest of this boot right here, the Adidas Predator 24 Elite with the fold over tongue. And now I've been enjoying this boot a lot. The upper is really nice, and today I'm just going to talk more about it. And just because, you know, this boot is actually, you know, going to be replaced by the next generation pretty soon. I'm pretty sure in December. There has been leaked images. Before we start, if you guys could like and subscribe, I really appreciate that, and we'll get right into the video. Alright guys, so here I have the cleats on feet. And yeah, I just really love the way these fit. Now they don't have an overly wide fit, and they're not narrow either. Like they have like a, I guess, a snug fit. Like they're wrapping your foot very nicely. There's no extra space whatsoever. And for me, like I have a wider foot, and these just fit me really comfortably. Like it's just like that right amount of like hugging my foot without squeezing it. And I feel like just people that have a wider foot in general are able to fit in these. They're just gonna be a little snug. But like the fit of these boots are excellent in my opinion. If Adidas keeps the same shape of these boots, which it looks like they are, then we're gonna be fine. The upper itself, it is Hybrid Touch 2.0. You know, it's not the softest right out of the box. There is some breaking time needed, but once you break them in and once you use them, they do get softer. They feel nice. They're not like the Hybrid Touch found on the Adidas F50 Messy Edition. Those are way softer. Those feel more leather-like than these. And I'm hoping in the next generation they actually use that Hybrid Touch on these, just because I think that would make it even better. Maybe just slightly thicker, but like if they use that Hybrid Touch on these, then oof, man, it's gonna be fantastic. I guess like the most narrow part of this boot is the toe box, and for me, like I said, I don't mind that. I got used to that with a lot of these cleats. Like the midfill feels okay, and because you get the standard tongue construction, you're just able to like adjust the width a bit more. Obviously you can't see because of the fold over tongue, but yeah, you're just able to adjust the width a bit more with the standard tongue construction, which I really like. This is the tongue variation, which honestly, this is the only version I tried. I can't really say about the other one, but I'm pretty sure they feel pretty much the same, just without extra padding on top of the midfoot. And honestly, you don't really notice the tongue all that much when striking the ball or whatever. Like, I don't really notice it all that much. All right, so we'll start off with some juggling. Yeah, and the Hybrid Touch, it isn't overly thick. It's not super like padded, but there is like a dampened feel on it. And then when you're kind of hitting it with the like top of your foot where that tongue is, you kind of do feel just a little bit of extra padding. And like right now, since I'm juggling with my toes, I feel a little bit of the grip, the rubber grip on the toes. You guys can see here, like it does have some grip there, and so I just feel it a little bit more. Like I said, because the upper isn't like overly padded, you do feel those striking elements, which I really like. In the previous edition, I forgot the last model, but that Hybrid Touch was a little bit thicker, had more padding to it, and so you kind of didn't really feel those little rubber elements that they had on the upper. This time around, the striking elements are a bit like thicker. You do notice them a bit more. And then when you're dribbling and striking the ball, you don't really feel those. Oh well, when you're dribbling, like I don't really feel like I'm getting stuck with the rubber elements. Like usually I dribble with the outside of my foot, so here I'm not really like feeling that I'm getting tripped. Maybe just sliding a little bit, but even then, like I don't feel like I'm getting super stuck. Like I really haven't found myself like tripping over the ball at all. When striking with the ball, like shooting with the laces, it feels so nice. Like you just feel those rubber elements. Like the striking sensation is amazing. I just really like it. And for me, when I'm like curling the ball, I just see a little bit more spin on the ball. Like obviously it's not gonna make you like your technique better. It's not gonna allow you to curl the ball more efficiently or whatever, but it does provide more spin. Like it's easier to spin the ball. And so if you have the technique, you'll be able to curl a little bit more, in my opinion. Like I found myself, or I kind of see it, like you kind of see the ball spinning a bit more when I have these compared to like another boot that doesn't have like a grip element. And like I said, with the fold over tongue, when you're striking the ball, like I don't really feel it all that much. It doesn't feel overly bulky. Maybe you feel a little bit of material if you're striking with the top of your foot, but other than that, it's not super noticeable. All right, now we'll do some ladder drills. All right, so the sole plate for this boot, you know, it feels all right. It feels responsive enough. I feel like it has just a little bit more responsiveness than the Adidas F50, which, you know, I don't mind. It is a one-piece sole plate, so this kind of makes the Adidas Predator just a little bit lighter, which I like. It doesn't feel overly heavy. So the heel of this boot, you know, it feels okay. Sometimes I feel like I find a little bit of movement when I'm moving like side to side, just a little bit. Not so much up and down, but it's like when I'm doing really hard turns or like moving really like hard, it's still a really comfortable heel. Like I said, it kind of, you know, does a good job of holding your heel when it's like movement up and down, just a little bit side to side. That could be because the lace holes here don't go up really high and there is enough structure holding that heel. Plus that could just be a me thing. I don't know if everyone experienced that. If you guys do experience some like heel slippage, let me know in the comments down below. But overall, I feel like the heel is good. You know, there's not a huge amount of padding. It doesn't feel overly thick. I feel like there's just the right amount of padding so where it holds your heel in place. All right guys, now I have the cone drill with like the shuffle and the sprints, and I'll just talk a little bit about the performance. Now honestly, these perform pretty well. Like I feel like it holds my midfoot pretty nicely. Like I don't feel like there's any rollover because it has that like snug fit and it's closer to the foot. I feel like it just like does a really nice job of just like holding your foot in place, so there really isn't any movement. Like maybe in the heel, like I said earlier, that I do feel when I'm cutting really hard and at like fast like speeds, like I do feel just a little bit of movement there, but nothing crazy. But in the midfoot, like I said, there's enough structure there just to hold your foot in place, no rollover. Toe box feels pretty good as well. And the sole plate, you know, it feels responsive. It's not overly like snappy. There isn't really a push off point or anything like that. You know, it's just like a standard sole plate from Adidas that we've seen in the past. So it feels all right. It feels familiar, like nothing crazy. But yeah, shooting with these boots just feel excellent. I just really like that sensation that you get. Like, I don't know, hopefully the next gen is just, you know, improves upon this boot and just, you know, just makes it better. Like for me, I just want a little bit of a softer upper, like the hybrid touch we'd get from the Mesk edition. That's basically all I want. I already seen the grip elements. I'm just very curious to see if it'll make like a huge difference in terms of the grip and everything. But hopefully they make some nice little adjustments or improvements to the boot. All right, so I guess we'll do some dribbling drills. And like I said, with dribbling, like I don't feel like I get stuck with these. Like I don't feel the grips all that much on this side of the boot, but on the outside, since I do dribble with the outside, I don't really feel it. Even on this, like the top of the Adidas Pride with this like little bit of rubber on the tongue, like it doesn't get in the way, which is good. All right, next we have like the cone weed drill, and as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see, let me move the camera just a little bit. I kind of scattered it this time so they're not like straight, and I got this from GCFC in his latest training video, so go check him out. He does excellent training videos, and this is one of the drills he suggested to do just for like improving your dribbling, so I want to try it out. All right, change the layout. You guys can see. So now it's like a different weave. Almost got it. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And the Adidas Predator is an excellent boot. Like the upper is nice and comfortable. It has a nice fit. The striking sensation is excellent. I really like the rubber elements, and they provide a good amount of grip as well. Like, you do notice them now because the upper is slightly thinner compared to the previous model. Obviously the tongue is super cool, and yeah, I expect them to improve the next generation. I'm hoping that they make the upper just slightly softer, just like the Adidas F50 Messy Edition. I would really like to see that upper on here. And yeah, I feel like the shape overall is good. Maybe fix the heel a little bit. Overall, I feel like they're gonna keep the same DNA of this generation and just improve like small bits, which I think is the right move. If you guys have any questions on this boot, just leave them down below in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.